Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. This is going to be another solo hiking trip, bushcraft, whatever you want to call it. It's camping. So before we get too deep into the video, I had some footage of gear layout, just everything that I brought with me. And in the process of filming, let's just say I made a little bit of a fool of myself. So I'll roll that and let you guys check it out. Hopefully you get a good laugh. Guys, this is not your typical backpacking bag, right? You don't need that. Specialty hiking bag, that you can spend $100 plus, $200, $300 on things like that. And it's really just not necessary. Like I said, this is a really cheap bag from Amazon. I think I paid maybe $33 for it. It used to be attached right there. I was cranking this down to get my axe nice and tight here. And it just pulled right out. The threads just gave way. It's really just not necessary. $33 for it. So obviously, don't cheap out too much. As I said, you don't have to spend a huge amount of money, but you do need the right stuff. So be careful. You want to buy decent gear. You want to buy something that is robust. Anyway, I'm glad that bag broke before I left. I have other bags. The one I brought with me is not, it's not ideal. It's actually way too big for what I'm doing, but that's okay. I will make it work. I know that it's very durable. I've had it for years and years and years and years. It's been a long time. So I'm sure it'll all work out. The plan is I've got a trail picked out that I want to hike. I'm pretty sure I know where I want to set up camp tonight, as long as there's not a bunch of people around. Fingers crossed that I can get there and kind of have the place more or less to myself. You're never alone in parks like this. Unfortunately, the area I've chosen is a little bit more developed. There are designated campsites. You can still find your own site. Dispersed camping is allowed. So with any luck, we'll get a good spot here and have a good time. Enjoy the video, guys. Alright guys, here we are, headed down the trail. I'm not gonna lie, this whole bag, it's a little heavier than I thought. When I weighed it, it was between 35 and 40 pounds. I put a little bit more in since then. Not a lot, I wouldn't think even 5 pounds. It's alright though, we'll see how it goes.
mile in, and this thing's just too heavy. As you can see, I'm pretty out of breath. The terrain hasn't been horrible. Has its ups and downs. Haha. I brought too much weight. That's all there is to it. There's no way I'm doing 6 miles with this. I could, don't get me wrong. I could make it. I'm sure it would take a long time, as I said before. And, you know, then I have to hike it back tomorrow. So it kind of comes down to, you know, how bad do I want to hurt the next couple days? So I think I'm going to check the map out here for a few, take a break for sure, see if I can find a flat area, flat-ish area. I mean, this is southern Indiana, so there's no mountains by any means, but definitely some good hills. I've actually had my eye on this valley that I'm looking down into right now. I may scout out a little bit and see if I can get down there. If I can, I think there's some pretty good opportunities down there. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near water. Once again, I won't be camping by water. Those who saw my last video will know what I'm talking about. But we'll check it out, and I'll let you know. So I did some scouting, walked down the trail a little ways. It does go down and across, and it will give me access to this valley. Under normal circumstances, I would probably just find a way to climb down. It's really not too bad. I'm not so sure if that's a good idea with the amount of weight that I'm carrying. But we'll see. This would definitely be a shortcut. That trail kind of keeps going for a little while and then doubles back on itself a couple times. Maybe I'll throw it on and see what I can do. Problem is, if I get halfway down this hill and decide it's too much, then I gotta go back up. Decision I made. I'll try and keep you with me. Might be easier said than done. All right. So it was a little too steep. I just couldn't get traction. The ground just, it just gave way underneath me. I can still feel myself slipping a little bit, so I'll try and get up and get back on my feet here. That was a little less than graceful. I'll show you what happened here. So the plan was to go from that tree there and across to this one. You can see where I slid down. It was just too steep. Like I said, normal hiking I would be fine, but I've just got so much weight, and it's all right. I'm almost to the bottom now, so I'll go ahead and get down there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a line. It's almost the horizon line right there. Actually, I guess technically it is the horizon line, based on where I'm standing. That's where I was. And I hiked / slid down. But I'm in the valley I wanted to be in. Another thing that I think, well, I don't think, I know it's adding to my my fatigue is it's about 90 degrees out right now. I'm sweating like crazy. I knew that was going to add to it, but I try as much as possible to not let weather deter me, at least for the most part. Obviously, if it's going to be torrential downpours, that's one thing. A little bit of rain, a little bit of heat. I try not to let it scare me away. Here we go. Looks like a dried up creek. Mostly dried up. Yeah, I think I can probably find a spot to set up somewhere, whether it's along this creek or just an open spot. Of course, the main goal is to find a place to set up the hammock. And I suppose in that case I don't really need flat ground, although flat ground would be nice in other aspects. I'll keep looking around and let you guys know. Alright, so I did some scouting once again. I followed the creek bed up some more. I found a pretty good spot, I think. Nice spot for the hammock, fireplace. A space for the fire. I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm sure by now some of you guys are laughing pretty hard, and that's okay. If I weren't so wore out, I'm sure I'd be dying right now. Dying instead of dying, right? Yeah. But as much as I'm struggling, I know this is just gonna make me better. That's how we get better. Putting yourself in situations that are difficult, that cause some adversity, it's a good thing. I think too often we make life so easy that it's actually bad for us because we get used to that. We get to sit around, not be nearly as physical. And ultimately it makes us weak. Kind of like me. I can't carry 40 pounds more than a couple miles. Again, I could. I don't want to. Not this time. Just because I know how difficult it's going to be and how much it's going to hurt later on. But all in all, it's still a good thing. It's a good experience. I'm not going to complain about it. Chef Boyardee. It's the Meal of Champions right there. Chef Boyardee, and bourbon. What a glorious combination. So I didn't have the camera on. But what I was telling the camera while it was off is if you've never had steak over an open fire, you need to do it. I'm telling you, it's the best steak you'll ever have. None of this charcoal, definitely not propane. Build you a fire pit, build a fire, cook a steak. It's so good. Alright guys, I'm kind of chilling out here. Got the fire going again. Cleaned up from dinner. That steak was pretty good. A little review of today. My original plan was to hike just a little bit over 6 miles. Well, maybe closer to 6.25 miles. Had a spot picked out right on the shore of a lake that's around here. That ended up not happening. Mainly because I put way too much crap in my bag. Okay, there's just some stuff in there that I put in there just in case. Just in case hasn't happened, which is fine. You know, there's such a thing as too much, I guess, when you're doing something like this. You know, maybe I'll learn from this next time. Use my smaller bag. It's just an overnight. I'm not staying, 3-4 days. But no big deal. All in all, it's been a pretty good day. I'm happy with the way things turned out. I've had a blast. Honestly, I really have. I love being just in the woods and, kind of out by myself. And one thing you guys don't know is, this trip was originally planned for me and my brother. He was unable to make it due to work and childcare and things like that. So, life happens. Maybe next time. But obviously I decided to go anyways because I'm not going to go just because he can't go. But it's been a good day. It really has. I think I'm going to chill out here. Got just a little more bourbon left. Sit here and watch the fire and catch up with you guys in the morning. Alright guys, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I actually got a little cold, which was kind of a welcome thing. I had taken the sleeping bag out of the hammock and was just laying here in my clothes. I was asleep for, I don't know, about 3 hours. But now I've put the sleeping bag back in, crawled inside, and I stoked the fire up a little bit. Just to give me something to look at. I'm going to try to go back to sleep. Good morning, guys. I slept really good. They say a hammock is one of the best sleeps you can get, and I think that's probably pretty true. It's really comfortable. It's about 10 till 9. So not only did I sleep good, I slept quite a while. I guess I should probably rebuild this fire and make some breakfast and start hiking out of here. Hey guys, I'm all packed up. I think I'm just going to carry my sleeping bag here just to take a couple pounds off my back. We'll see. It may be more of a hassle than what it's worth. I definitely learned my lesson. Never going to bring that much crap again. I didn't use half of what's in my bag. But that's alright. We'll make it back to the truck and start heading home. Interesting thing, I just found myself getting a little confused as to which direction I needed to go because nothing was looking familiar. It's because I didn't come this way yesterday. If you remember, I'm sure you do, I slid down that big hill. Obviously, I'm not going to try and go back up that hill. I'm just going to go around to where the trail drops down, and it's going to be a little bit further, but that's okay. It's not going to be much. Pretty sure I'm headed in the right direction. There it is. It's exactly what I was looking for. All right. Back on the trail. Now obviously I do have to get to the top of that hill, but the trail has a switchback on it, so it'll be much easier, I hope. I will say Carrying the sleeping bag, I think, did help a little bit. It's still really heavy. That's all right. So, I'm about a quarter mile from the truck, I think. I ran out of water. It's getting really hot. I think the high today is 85. With all this on my back and hiking uphill, the last portion of this it's pretty difficult. I'm really thirsty. I can tell you, first stop when I get back to the truck it's gonna be a gas station so I can get a very large bottle of water. Well, obviously I made it back. That was rough. That was rough. It's all right though. I'll do better next time, that's for sure. All right, I gotta get something to drink, some water. Well, I feel a lot better. I drank a bunch of water. I ate a little bit of a snack. I was really wore out there. I was overheated and a little dehydrated. Just another lesson learned. But that's kind of the theme of the video, I guess, so far, is that a little adversity goes a long way, right? Obviously it didn't kill me. It didn't even come close. It's good to get yourself out there sometimes and just push yourself, and it will make you stronger. And it'll teach you some lessons. I've learned a few this trip. That's good. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. If you want to be alerted when new videos hit, I'm not one of these guys that can put a video out every week. I have a family and a full-time job, so but if you do want to be notified, ring the bell, and catch you on the next one.